team captain briefing the pilot.
It's a very, very long and thorough briefing on how to keep a straight line with the car for about 6 seconds. In the meantime, in front of us, outside of the frame, we have the pilot change for Oulu. In the middle of the sun, like Finnish guys like it. Dressing in black. Black is a fantastic color if you are in the middle of a coal mine, but not a good color in the middle of this 30-degree scorching sun. And we have the third electrical vehicle for this competition passing in front of us at the same speed at which Cluj did the acceleration event, apparently. They may reach the finish line of this acceleration event at the same time. She's clearing the car. We're expecting the green light for the acceleration in any moment from now. Somebody is happy in the same time in the pits. Something happened. We have the flashing red light on the car, which means that we are live. And we have green light for this third run in the acceleration event for Cluj. And there we go. Accelerating like a fucking electrical scooter, meaning with no noise. No noise does not mean not fast. 6.57 seconds in this third run. And the car coming about for this fourth run, the second run for the pilot. Armenio bringing the car around for the second run, for his second run, the fourth run for Cluj. Armeniu is the name of the pilot that Cluj is driving in this acceleration event, the second pilot. And coming back onto the starting line, it's not Armeniu, it's Armenciu. The Cluj guys told us that Armenciu is the chief entertainer for their team, but right now he's not really managing to entertain us. Come on guys, you can do better than that. Lining up into the start line. Dennis, I promised you something before we started this simultaneous Skidpad and acceleration event. I promised that I would destroy your life if you put me two cars in parallel, because we do not have the capability of showing 37 cameras at the same time, and because we only have one timing guy that needs to be running between one side and the other. The timing guy going into the Skidpad means that we are going to have next the first run for the second Oulu driver. We have the car waiting to enter the Skidpad. And is lining up for the green flag. We will be having the green light. We have the green light from timing. We're waiting for the green flag, and there it is. The car stopping, starting again. It's part of the ritual. And there we go. We are on the Skidpad. Passing in front of us in this warm-up lap. Right-hand turns only this time. And we start the chrono lap. Finishing the chrono lap and exiting the Skidpad without any cones. Very sexy sound as it passes in front of us. Stopping the engine, and we'll come back for the left-hand turns in a moment. Is the second run Cluj. it was 6:58 seconds, so very consistent timing compared with the 6:57 that Armentiu did on his first run. Car is at the beginning of the track, they are rendering it safe and will bring it back either to the pit, either to prepare it for the skid pad. As Oulu in front of us is warming up the engine and waiting for the green flag. We have the green flag for timing. And we have the green light to start the skid pad on this left-hand turn, starting with a slip and going into the first warm-up lap. Starting the time-up lap. And there we go, keeping it clean and fast along the track. And he's out. With the live stream squad in here, and we decided that next year we will do simultaneously the Formula Student Balkans live feed with the Formula Student New Jersey. I don't know who the fuck cares. Simultaneously to Cluj is still working on getting the car safe. Electrical cars are tricky in this regard. And we have Oulu preparing for the second run for this second driver. We managed to get through to the Finnish guys. They completely closed the umbrellas. Now they seem like normal people on the track. And there we go, the engine is running, we have green flag, and we are in. Starting the warm-up lap, keeping it a bit slower than normal. And there we go, accelerating into the timing lap. Very nice and clean on this skid pad. And coming out of this right-hand turn. Stop over and lining up again for the left-hand side of this skid pad. Towing the car around to line up in front of us, in front of the marshal, in front of Pana. Starting the car again. And there we go. We know that the car is on because it's a combustion car. It makes noise when you start it. We have green flag, and there we want it to go. And there we go, finally on the second run. We start the warm-up lap. And starting the timing lap right now. Going also nicely fast. And he's out of the skid pad. Oulu has finished the skid pad event, no cones at all. And we will be very glad to see them in a moment for the acceleration event. Oulu has the best time for the skid pad of this Formula Student 2025. Chill down, guys, because Cluj has the best time for the acceleration event on this Formula Student 2025. And it's okay, that was it for today. We're closing the track. That was it for the day. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Cluj is telling us that they are going to the post-scrutineering to check up that nothing was wrong during the acceleration event, and they will be coming shortly into the Skidpad. Armenchu driving again on this second event for Cluj, which will be. In the meantime, we're expecting Oulu to be coming also to the post-scrutineering after the Skidpad event. And I don't know if you guys are going straight into the acceleration or you're taking a break. They will be taking a break, so the next event most likely will be Cluj with the Skidpad event. We will be back with you very shortly.
așa că să vedem ok. Un doi. Pe acolo să vedem. Merge muzica aia cu ăsta.
We have Macedonia on the tilt. Means that they managed to pass the scrutineering, which is good news for them. Și Y înseamnă, nu? Dacă sunt la tilt? Ok.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Ce nu-ți dă? 1, 1, 2 1, 1, 8, 9, 3, 2 salvează la mare. Uite ce nu-ți dă să vezi.
We have Cluj on the wheel preparing for the Skidpad. The first run ever for Cluj on the Skidpad. Briefing again the pilot. You first turn, and then you keep turning, and then you keep turning, and when you finish turning, you stop turning. That's basically all you have to do on the Skidpad. Turn. Preparing the car, preparing the electric car, the team members are getting out. The guy with the dishwashing gloves is preparing the car. Yeah, that's you. We have some dishes later when you finish turning on the car. We just finished lunch 1 hour ago. And we have the team captain taking pictures of the Romanian flag or of the public. Ah, the team that isn't here behind me. You know that the car is more interesting than the team. You can take pictures of your team anytime throughout the season. I think they can do better than this. Ah, he was not taking a video apparently. Then that was completely idiotic. Let's try a video now and maybe you can do it like with a bit of enthusiasm, like, I don't know, like you care or something. That's better. In the meantime, we have the car already being prepared for the Skidpad. Scrutineers making sure that neither the team member in charge of starting the car, neither the pilot die any gruesome deaths in front of us. Here for our safety, that's our motto. Or who cares? The car is live. You can see this because the flashing red light on the main hoop on top of the pilot's head is on. Scrutineering, this is what scrutineers do. Hands on the back, hands on the belly, and they just look at things. Arranging his glasses, saying if everything is okay, maybe it's not okay. And he's giving the thumbs up. We have thumbs up. We have the marshal preparing with the green flag. Yeah, we are ready. Draguțescu is our coolest marshal on the track today. You can see that because of his cool sunglasses. We're waiting for the go-ahead of the track manager. We're waiting for the go-ahead from timing. Timing is go. Marshals are go, and the car is allowed to come into the starting line for the Skidpad. And the car is allowed into the starting line for the Skidpad. And the car is allowed to go into the starting line for the Skidpad. You see where the marshal is pointing? You see the green flag? There is where you need to go. Press the acceleration pedal, just a bit. Yeah, that's it. Coming into the starting point for the acceleration, for the Skidpad. Marshals already, and we have green flag. There we go. Silently clipping on us on this warm-up lap. And we start the timing lap right now in front of us, passing very close to the cones in this first turn. And coming out of the skid pad for the left-hand turns coming on very, very soon. Coming in front of the marshal in here. Waiting for the go-ahead. We have go-ahead for timing. And we have a green flag for the marshals. So there is the go. Starting in front of us. Entering into the warm-up lap. Nice and clean, keeping it easy. And this is where the timing lap starts. Very clean lap. And we are out. This is the first run for the skid pad. Armencio on the wheel. First time ever of Cluj completing the skid pad run. Lining up for the second run on the skid pad. 6 seconds 18 on this first run. And we have the green light. We have the green flag to start the second lap. Starting on the warm-up lap right now. And there we go for the second chrono lap. And we are out of the right-hand turns. Preparing for the left-hand turn, second part of the skid pad on this second run for Armencio in the wheel. And we have green flag. There we go. And we have the warm-up lap. Starting the chrono lap right now in front of us. Timing lap, keeping it wider in here. And he's out of the skid pad. Cluj successfully completed the first part, one of the drivers of the Skidpad. .622 in this first part of the Skidpad. In the meantime, we have the team from Hoff preparing for the Skidpad also behind Cluj. Cluj going back into the scrutineering for the pilot change, while Hoff is preparing for this first Skidpad run. Hoff getting prepared to enter the skid pad. Nicholas Kurz on the wheel for this first run of Hoff in this event today. The green flag is on. And entering the skid pad for the warm-up lap. And here you can see the 10-inch wheels are very, very reactive on the turns. And this is already the timing lap. And coming out of the skid pad for this right turn lap. We have right now 2 drones flying in front of us that are louder than the cars on the skid pad. And getting ready for the left-hand turn. The timing for Hoff in this first right-hand turns was 6:87. 6 seconds 87, and we have green flag for the left-hand turns. For the left skid pad, starting into the warm-up lap. Scratching a bit the front wheel in there and on to the timing lap. Again, you can see some concerned faces, and we have the skid pad done. First skid pad run for Hoff. And we have timing. This was slightly faster than the first run, 5 seconds 98. Ready for the second run. And we're waiting for the marshal now. The marshal is sleeping in there in the scrutineering tent. Come on, go to your place in the sun like a lizard and bring your flags with you. Kicking out the team members out of the track for their safety. And we're waiting for the go-ahead from timing. We're waiting from the go-ahead. We have the go-ahead from timing and from the track manager. And we have green flag. Entering the skid pad and starting the first warm-up lap on this second right-hand run. Scratching a bit the front wheel in there. Onto the timing lap. We like that corner. They don't, and we are out in here. Oulu starting their way onto the acceleration. And in the meantime, Hoff is waiting for the green light for this second run. And we have green flag. Kari 128 entering the Skidpad for this first warm-up lap. Slightly more aggressive in this second run. And into this timing lap, scratching everywhere he can. And he's out of the Skidpad, finishing the second run for Hoff on this Skidpad right now. Significantly faster time this time, 5 seconds 73. 7:3.9, so almost 5 seconds 74 on this second run for the Skidpad. While we are waiting for Oulu to reach the starting point for the acceleration run. We will have a bit of time because Oulu is doing the reconnaissance lap for the endurance tomorrow while they are driving into the starting point for the acceleration. Henry is the driver for the first acceleration 2 runs that they will be doing today. While we're waiting for Hoff to do the pilot change before going back in again into the Skidpad for the second half of their performance today. Hoff moving into the scrutineering for the post-scruti and the pilot change. Scrutineers already eager to start inspecting the car after these first 2 runs in the Skidpad. While Oulu is still in the far end field of this track, doing still turns in order to get into the starting point. Coming out into the track again with the second driver for this Skidpad run. Scrutineering passed, and we will start preparing the car for this second run on the Skidpad, rendering it safe for competing. We are still TSAL green, and they will start preparing the car for the competition. .604 and 626 were the first times for the right-hand Skidpad turns, with 618 and 622 for the left-hand Skidpads by Cluj so far. So we are expecting something better from them now that they start understanding the track itself. They start getting confidence on the car. And we're getting a bit of pilot briefing right now before we start working on the car being safe and active for the competition. Scrutineer making sure that the car is safe and ready for the competition. And in the meantime, we have Hoff coming out into the track again. They did their pilot change. The car is ready and has green light to go into the starting point for the timing. Marshall is ready, we have okay, and we have green flag. Entering the track for the second part of the Skidpad for Cluj. Passing in front of us silently and smoothly. And starting the timing lap right now. And again in front of us, some nicer noise as it comes right now outside of the Skidpad, completing the right hand part of the Skidpad. (6 seconds 55.6 for on this third run for Cluj. So it was so far the slowest of the 3 runs that they have done on the right hand side. As they prepared already, and they are getting right now the green flag for the left hand side of the skid pad. Starting the warm-up lap. Slightly faster looks to be going in this second part of the skid pad as it starts the timing lap and is out of the track. In the meantime, we have Oulu preparing at the starting point for the acceleration. And we are waiting for the track manager's good to go. We are good to go in here. We're waiting for the good to go in there. And we will be doing the first acceleration run for Oulu. We're in parallel seeing the Hoff team moving also into the starting line for the acceleration. Marshall's briefing for the pilot on the acceleration run. Very easy, just accelerate until you stop. Don't get out of the track, don't get out of the cones, and don't kill anybody in the process. The car from Oulu is millimetrically lining up into the starting point for the acceleration. And we are preparing in there, we have the go for timing. We're waiting for the green flag for the acceleration. Cameras are ready. Engines are starting. And we're waiting for the green flag. We have green flag for the acceleration for Oulu. First acceleration run in this competition. Engine is on. And there we go with some sleep, starting the acceleration run. And we have it here. First run for Oulu is a valid one, of course. And the timing is 4 seconds 13.6 for Oulu. While we're waiting for Oulu to come back to the starting line for the second acceleration run, we have already Cluj prepared for the Skidpad. No, actually it's not prepared. The car is not yet live, as we can see from here, but maybe we see it wrong. Timing is ready. We're waiting for the green flag for the Skidpad run for Cluj. We have green flag for Cluj to enter into the Skidpad. And we are on, entering the warm-up lap on this right-hand part of the Skidpad. In front of us also on the timing lap. And across the midline of this Skidpad we have Cluj crossing the middle point and coming around for the second half. We're still waiting for the timing of this first half, of this Skidpad right half. And coming into the timing lap, keeping it very, very, very sharp right now. Significantly faster, and he's out! He really pushed it this time. He went through a course clean. And on the same time, we have Oulu preparing for the second acceleration run. And we have already Oulu's car ready on the starting point. We're preparing, Marshall is preparing the green flag. We're waiting for the go anytime now. And we have green flag for Oulu on this second run of the acceleration. And he's off with some nice wheel spin. 4:13 was the timing for the first run. And for this second run, slightly slower, 4:16.5. In any case, the two best times that we've seen today so far, with 4:13 and 4:16. We will be seeing the pilot change for Oulu probably, and then the continuation of the acceleration event. On the meantime, Cluj has rendered safe their car. They will be pulling it into the post-scrutineering. We can see at the same time that Oulu is moving into the waiting area, probably for the pilot change, while Hoff is moving into the starting point for the acceleration. So the next run that we will be seeing most likely will be Hoff's acceleration run with their first pilot. Oulu managed to get a top speed of 98 kilometers per hour in this second acceleration run. Now we'll see the comparison with an electric car, with another electric car. Cluj was slightly slower, than Oulu in the acceleration. Hoff coming around to the starting line for the acceleration. During the acceleration runs today, we have the 4 runs for Cluj with an exit speed of 70 kilometers per hour, between 70.4 and 17.95. Incredibly, the exit speed for the 2 runs that Cluj did were exactly the same, 70.959 kilometers per hour during the acceleration run. This is because the timings were also incredibly close one to another. While exit speeds for Oulu were significantly faster at 96.6 during the first run and 95.9 on the second run. On the meantime, we have Hoff preparing on the starting line. turning the car from green to race mode. While Hoff is preparing, we're preparing some videos from yesterday today. No, we are doing the run from Hoff. We are seeing the green light, and we have green light from Hoff to start this their first acceleration run. And that was a very nice start with some spinning wheels. For 58 seconds on their first run. A bit slower than Oulu, who did 4:13 and 4:16. They are on 4:58, sorry. Slightly slower acceleration for Hoff with this 4:58 timing, but slightly faster exit speed for their AE 128 car at 98 kilometers per hour compared to the 96 that Oulu managed to pull in their first two runs. Preparing for the second run for this first pilot on the acceleration. And on the meantime, we have Oulu already ready with our second pilot on the holding point to enter the acceleration event. Other things happening in the meantime, we have Macedonia that did few trials on the tilt scrutineering event unsuccessfully so far, but we hope that they will be managing to pass this event a bit later. Driver is ready, and we're getting a green flag for the second acceleration run for Hoff. And the car is off. Very nice and fast acceleration. Almost as fast as my bike. And we're there, 481. 481 is the timing that Hoff managed to pull. Slightly slower than on their first run where they did 458.8. And we can see now the team members going behind the car to push it back into the driver change location. They managed to pull a top speed of 99 kilometers per hour on their second run. Slightly faster than on the first run, but the acceleration was not as much. This is why timing is slightly slower. While we wait for Oulu to enter the acceleration event, we're seeing a recap of the brake tests from Cluj and later on from Oulu from yesterday. The track was significantly wetter. We had some rain yesterday. You already know, you already remember. But this is basically a slight montage on the events that they managed to pull them later on. The brake testing was significantly short than what we are seeing today right now, because the run is only 20 meters long until we are waiting for the four wheels to lock. But the acceleration is about speed, is no longer about rendering the car safe. So in the meantime, we have Oulu entering the acceleration event and going into the starting line to prepare. Still rendering their car safe so they can do the pilot change and move into the waiting area. Cluj happy that their car managed to pass the post-scrutineering after the first two events that they completed successfully. They already finished Skidpad and they already finished the acceleration events. So they are basically finished. They are basically done for today. Tomorrow they will continue hopefully with the autocross, and then day after tomorrow with the endurance if everything goes according to plan. On the meantime, we will continue with the dynamic events with Oulu and Hoff, where they need to run for Oulu at least the second driver of the acceleration event, and for Hoff second driver for the acceleration event and for the Skidpad event. Oulu coming around. Vlada is their second driver for this acceleration event. She's the first female pilot on the Formula Student Balkans since the 6 years existence and the only female driver in this competition this year. We will see what she's capable of. She has a tight record to beat right now at 4:13, also set by Oulu. While the car is lining up on the starting line, as always, fine-tuning into the exact position for the starting line. A bit of briefing for the pilots. Do not forget to go straight. Do you see the end of the track? That's where you stop. Things like that. Very important and significant briefings that they are doing for the acceleration event. Do you remember the cones? Don't touch them. Do you remember the people? Don't touch them either. Waiting for the green flag any moment now. Last adjustments to the car. Engine is running. And we have green flag for this third run in Oulu's acceleration event. Taking her time to start, warming up the engine a bit more. Taking even more time to start in this third run. If you put it into gear, it's easier for the car to start. And she's off with some wheel spin. And 4:06, that's the fastest run by far today. For almost 0.1 seconds faster than her teammate. Reaching the end of the track and waiting for the colleagues to turn the car around for another run into the acceleration, the second run that they will do today, the second run for this driver. And that will mark the end of the acceleration event for Oulu. In the meantime, we have Hoff moving into the starting point for the Skidpad, where they will still need to prepare the car. start. Oulu stopping for the applause in front of the teammates, but kindly requested to go into the starting line so we can go home. Mihai, no! Moving into the starting position for the fourth and last round for the acceleration for Oulu. And reaching the starting point like they would with a wheelchair, pushing the car to the front. That is what we call fuel saving. The millimetric adjustments that make sure that the cars do not start ahead of the timing cell. And we're waiting for the green light any moment. We're okay. And we have green flag. Car is into gear. And she's off again with some wheel spin, with what looks to be a fast run ahead. 4:09, very consistent timing, considering the 4:08 that she managed to pull before. Very fast times that Oulu managed to pull today into the acceleration path. So basically the two drivers managed to pull the four fastest times in the acceleration so far. Hoff preparing the driver, preparing the car, and we will be waiting for the entering the skid pad very short moments from now. Hoff's car is ready and we're waiting for the okay to go into the starting line. Marshall is just kicking out the team members from the danger area and signaling the car to go into the starting line for the third run of Hoff in this Skidpad event. Timing is go, and everybody think is green. He got the green light and he's entering this warm-up lap and accelerating into the timing lap right now. And he's out of the first half of the Skidpad event. Five seconds 74 for this first run. It was by far the fastest run that they did today. Coming in right after Oulu in their Skidpad runs. Car coming back around for the left-hand half of the Skidpad event on this third run today. Coming in front of the Marshall and waiting for the okay from everybody so we can start. And we are green. Car is entering the Skidpad track. And finishing the timing lap right now and exiting the Skidpad event on this third run. Oulu coming back around into the post-scrutineering after the acceleration event, while Hoff is preparing to enter the Skidpad again. Hoff getting ready to enter the track again. In front of the marshal and waiting for the okay from everybody. Timing is a go and we have a green light to enter the skid pad. This is the timing lap, coming in fast, and he's out. Waiting to enter the left-hand side of this skid pad event, and we have green flag. Perfect. Coming into the warming lap, and we start the timing lap right now. Clean and fast, with some scratching of the front wing, and he's out. Hoff has successfully completed the 4 runs for the skid pad event. And with this for today, they will only need to complete the second half of the acceleration event. Timing for Hoff in this second half of the last run was 5.77 seconds. while we're waiting for Hoff to finish the post-scrutineering after the skid pad and they move to the acceleration, we have some videos prepared from the performance today. We are seeing the first Oulu run on the skid pad right now. On the left-hand side of the track, which is the second half of the Skidpad event for their first run, and one of the first runs for the acceleration for Cluj, coming in with their extremely consistent timings that they managed to pull today throughout the 4 runs that they did with 2 different pilots. And the first Hoff performance in the Skidpad event, also on the left side half of the event. This is a bit summary on the aerial footage that we managed to get for you today in replay. We see that event management is packaging the timing tent for the acceleration. Does this mean that Hoff will not be running the second half of the acceleration event today? Okay, thank you very much for confirmation. Then this marks the end of the dynamic events for today. We still have a bit of work to do in here on the track, but we will be finishing this live coverage for today on this first day of dynamic events. Just a quick recap, we managed to see the acceleration of Oulu and Cluj and half of the acceleration for Hoff. And we managed to see today the complete skid pads for the 3 teams, for Hoff, Cluj and Oulu. So with this said, we are closing the live coverage today. And we will see you tomorrow during the first part of the autocross event. And probably we will also have some replay footage from acceleration remaining events and from the brake tests, hopefully, of the remaining teams that have not yet finished scrutineering. Thank you for being with us today, and we will continue with you tomorrow on this fantastic Romanian landscape on what seems to start looking like summer in here finally, after 3 days of rain and shit weather and a very, very foggy morning. So see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and hope you will be with us tomorrow also. Bye-bye.